Welcome back everybody, I'm Blue Enderman 22. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and we are in a creative flat world. And today I'm going to be doing something a bit different to normal. We are not going to be doing a Let's Play video, I'm going to be doing a video on different ideas I could come up with Halloween decorations, because it is almost the scary day of the scary month of the year. And even though I don't generally celebrate Halloween, I have come up with a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7 different ideas you could possibly use. So let's get straight into things, but I will say before we do, it's looking a bit non-Halloweeny. Let's get a bit more into the Halloween mood. That is more like it. It is. That's proper. Okay. Now, okay guys, let's get into things. To start off with, I've got this one here, which is one you can do in someone's storage room. It's kind of just to scare them, and as you might tell, you open up the chest, and if you had very, very careful ears, you might have been able to hear there is a bunch of TNT here. That was not the lightning that ignited it. I know it looked like it was. But in fact, these are trap chests, and there is a line of redstone running down here, which will just ignite any TNT which was in here, which just blew up. Now, it won't harm the planet in any way. It's just a little... I know it would be scary myself if I am going into my storage room, I open up a chest, and I hear the sound of TNT igniting. But yeah, you can build that in someone's world to just scare them, or you can make it lethal if you want to kill them and then get their full rage. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, I'm here in the next room, and you may have noticed I was just too lazy to build walls. You can build whatever type of build you want, and there we go, we see the trap already working. You may not be able to tell what it is, and why do these things seem to be destroying my paintings? I'm not sure if it's them or the lightning. But anyway, I will just pop this painting off the wall here, and as you might be able to tell, there is a evoker back there. And if you know anything about evokers, you would have seen, yes, these bubble particles here, these brown ones, don't actually spawn vexes, it's only the white ones. But yeah, pretty much, if I just pop out here, and just into creative mode for a second. You might be able to see that this guy back here, those brown particles are actually for his summoning of the little dragon mouth things, hit that attack, but because he is trying to summon it in front of him, where I am, to attack me, and because all of this is either slabs with a block beneath them, stairs with which he can't summon them on, or is occupied by a wither skull, or is once again stairs. So he can't actually use his other attack. You can have him use it if you wanted, but if you want to know, that's just how I'm stopping him from attacking. Otherwise it just spawns vexes which will slowly attack them. This one could be a bit lethal, but you know, if you ask me, this is personally one of the better ones, but it's not my favourite. I think, in fact, we are moving on to my favourite trap right now. Okay guys, here we are at my personal favourite of all of these things I've built, and no, it is not the fact that the door looks like a spooky face, although I know it does, I quite like that. But anyway, we are just gonna, be a bit careful, there could be something dangerous here. We are just gonna wander on inside here, and, oh, well, where did you come from? Oh, I was definitely not expecting that, because I mean, who really checks behind the doors when they open and close them? But pretty much all that does is it opens and closes this lovely little piston door here, and it will push the zombie up when you open the door. So if I just pop into creative mode for a second, like so, you will see the redstone down here. It just, when you turn it on, will retract that, meaning that'll pull down, pulling the slab down from the roof, pulling that back. That means there is room for the zombie to be pushed up by the piston, and then when this piston is pushed into his head, for some weird glitchy reason whatsoever, the zombie will just be pulled up by this piston as it re-extends. So I'll just sit myself here. You can pause the video now if you want to rebuild this. I'll just take a slow rotation around it. These glass blocks here are just, and those magenta ones, they're just to hold the zombie in, by the way. You can replace them with anything. In fact, you can replace this, any of these wall blocks with any type of block you want, really. It's just important that this glass block here remains a glass block of some type. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, so this one was personally one of the ones I thought didn't do so well compared to what it could have done. I mean, there was quite a lot of bugs with armor stands and things like that. But it is not actually the room in general. Some of you may have already noticed it just then. But yes, if we just... Oh, there it is there, actually. If we just pop back over here. We're walking down the hall, not expecting anything to happen. Then suddenly... What was that? Was that a creeper with a diamond sword? Yeah, so this is just a simple machine that I've got mine set in a continuous loop, but it will bring the armor stand back, and just when it lands there, use a sticky piston to push it it'll use a sticky piston to push it, yeah, like so. Use a sticky piston to push it across the room, because there is actually ice underneath those carpets there. Just important note, this has to be 2.5 blocks higher, because carpet counts as more than a single block, and whoa, that was weird, you can actually see the inside of a painting. Okay then. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Okay. But yeah, I reckon this one failed pretty much, so anyway, we're gonna just move on to the next one, because this one didn't go as well as I'd planned. Okay, this one here is a witch's cauldron. And it is not about this cauldron, excuse me for my horrible design of fire. I've never actually used stained glass like that before. And yeah, if we just pop up the top, this is what it's all about. The bubbling effect that you get. It looks like a bubbling green witch's potion, which is just making use of the soul sand and concrete trick, which will push concrete up and not turn it into concrete. Will not turn concrete powder into concrete if it's bouncing up and down in the water on top of a bubble stream. I've just put light sources here too to make it glow, which could be useful in a range of situations such as, I don't know, lava. Be aware though, be aware, I'm muddling up my words today, do be aware that this does cause a bit of lag, because of course all of these are entities, and the more entities you have, the more lag you have, and these ones ain't going to despawn. Not that bedrock has a thing to make things despawn properly anyway. Yeah, this one, other than... So yeah, I hope you guys like this kind of thing. This is one of the main reasons I made this video. I kind of wanted to show you guys this little trick. Not sure how many of you already knew it. Probably a good deal of you. Yeah, I will just fly backwards a bit in case any of you want to, for some reason, build my cauldron, which is a really bad design actually. I did not make it very cauldron shape. But we're going to quickly move on to the next one, because I am running out of time to finish this episode. And this one is a pretty well-known illusion. It's just, look at the eyes. Does it look like they're following you? Yeah, it looks like those eyes are following you, doesn't it? Exactly. If you indent eyes a little bit into the skull, like I've done in 2 blocks, that will make the eyes seem like they are following you. And the last thing for this video is a few little gravestone designs. This is my personal favourite, but it's not just about the gravestone designs, and I forgot to actually put a dirt block there, but this will work perfectly. This works if you hoe the dirt as well, but if you just have a dirt block there, then yeah, but if you hoe that dirt as well, I will just grab out a hoe for a proof of concept. Where is the hoe? There is a hoe. And I'm wearing chainmail for some reason. And yeah, when you hoe this ground, it is just gonna open and close that, and for some reason it didn't destroy the farmland this time. Well, it normally does anyway. Yeah, I'll just give you a little side view, and a view from this side. Just pause the video at any point if you want to copy this. Pretty much all it does is, when you hold it, the observer sees it, pushes the piston off, pulls that block out, means that this can't be powered anymore, this circuit, and because that's not powered, this turns on, which means that when that retracts, because the observer only sends a short pulse through, this will extend upwards, and once that is extended upwards, the observer will try and fire again because the dirt block gets moved out of the way, but it won't be able to push the redstone block across because there will be the piston extended. So yeah, I will just hop out of this little area here, and yeah, next grave is more of an obelisk kind of thing. You can use the same style as what I've done there on this, I'm sure, but the main point of this one is you can show off banners for whatever it is that has died, and also there is a little storage crate just here, shulker box with a air block beneath it so you can actually open it. It's facing downwards, and that allows you to keep your best friends locked inside. And for the final part of this episode, there is this one for a dear friend who died in episode 1, and we will remember him forever. But yeah, I've just used some armor stands to look like soldiers saluting on the side, all corners of the monument. I've forgotten what the term is. I'm just going to call it a monument. But there's a little tribute to Ravine Villager on top of it. Some cherry bushes to look like flowers around it. You know, some pretty basic stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. The Let's Play episode will be out soon. I have just had very little time to do recording, and very little peace and quiet, very little time to do stuff on the world. In fact, I was actually disturbed right in the middle of recording this segment right here, which is why there is a little cut in between the filming of the graves 1, 2, and 3. There's a little cut in between. That is because I was interrupted with my recording. Yeah, but anyway, I am going to have to leave that here. Goodbye, I guess. And I'm turning this thunder off because this has actually destroyed such a large number of things on my build. Why can I not get the right command? And weather is clear. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Lovely. Yeah, that's just been killing a heap of enemies. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you all. Lightning, are you gonna keep coming down even though the storm's finished? But before Lightning rudely interrupted me, what I was gonna say is thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And you know what? This witch has something to say. What you gonna say, witch? Subscribe to Blow Underman 22. Oh, thank you, witch. Thank you. Yeah. Well, what the witch said. If you feel like doing it, subscribe. If you don't, subscribe anyway. And yeah, I will see you probably in the next Let's Play video. Anyway, goodbye.